Hi everyone, today I'm going to be completing this sketchbook spread that is kind of an illustrated journal art diary of sorts of a little day at the zoo that we had last month. So I hope you grab your sketchbook and follow along. You can see I already did a base drawing underneath because that just felt a little boring to record. But if you're interested in my process or tips for drawing, I just made a video about observational drawing that you might find helpful, so I'll link that on the screen. For this, I had a vision of doing a limited color palette, so I just chose 4 or 5 colored pencils and stuck to those for the whole page. Last month, I had this idea that I wanted to start doing a visual journal, art journal, illustrated journal. I don't know what to call it. Whatever I decided to call it is what the title is, but partially I wanted to do it because I wanted to get better at taking my own reference photos. Also, it just seemed like a fun thing to look back on from when my daughter is young, kind of expand the type of things that I draw. So I went out and bought this smaller version of the sketchbook I usually use, which is the Strathmore Series 500 Mixed Media Softcover. It's really a mouthful. So I got the smaller version, and hopefully it will fill up with more pages like these. We'll see if I actually stick to filling the whole thing with these types of pages. That would be my goal, but we'll see. Last month was my birthday, so my husband and daughter and I went to the Cincinnati Zoo and Botanical Garden, and I took tons of photos. I wouldn't necessarily say they were good quality photos, but lots of material to pull from. Lots of photos of animals and flowers. They had these beds full of tulips, so this first drawing is just one of the pictures I took of the tulips. Next, I'm doing this hippo. It was actually really cute. This hippo was like taking a little nap with its head resting on another hippo's butt. So I took a photo of it and I think it turned out pretty cute. So I like how this drawing turned out. Although I actually think hippos are very scary, but in this photo, it looks very cute. I'm hoping that with this journal, it'll be an opportunity for me to try out like different techniques or ideas that I have on different pages. Like with this page, I wanted to try the limited color palette, and then maybe on another page, I can do it just in ink or in pastel, or I can just like try out different techniques. So that's kind of my thought behind it, while also like just recording things from my life. So keep me accountable if you don't see me doing any of these pages. Comment about it, because I have such a bad habit of starting a new series of art projects and getting an idea, and then I get like halfway through it and I stop because I find something else that sounds more interesting. I don't know if any of you guys can relate to that. This fox was probably one of my favorite animals at the zoo. It was so cute. I had to look up a photo of it because my reference photo was so bad. I was like, I can't even draw from this. But it's because he or she was in one of those nocturnal enclosures that's all dark with just like the red light. And I couldn't see the fox at first. And then I looked up at the very top and I could just see these huge ears peeking over the top of the rock. And I was like, yes, I need to draw you. You're so cute. So this photo that I'm drawing was actually just one I found online, but I mean, it looked similar to the one that I saw in the zoo as well. This is the Cincinnati Zoo logo. It just kind of seemed like a fun thing to add. I was also thinking about drawing a little map of the zoo as well, but that did not make the cut. Next up is this ostrich. Okay, the animals at the zoo were very active on the day we went. I don't know if you've ever been to a zoo where like you go and then you can't see any of the animals or they're just all hiding or sleeping. I don't know. I'm from Seattle, so I feel like there were days we would go to the zoo and not see like a single animal, but maybe they just hated the Seattle weather. I don't know. But this ostrich got so close to me. I was just looking at this ostrich and I was like, wow, ostriches are so weird. Obviously, I've known what they looked like. You learn about ostriches, you know what they look like, but you don't see them in person that often. And then when you do, you're like, wow, you are a very weird animal. Their head is so small for their body, but they're like so big. It's like kind of weird that they're a bird because they're like huge. Anyways, they're just very funny. So I took this photo of the ostrich running and wanted to draw it as well. All right, last is this little drawing of my daughter Cora. I left it for last in case I ruined it because I'm not very confident drawing babies. I just have not drawn that many babies. I've drawn Cora like once before, and I do enjoy drawing her. Like, that's really fun for me. So maybe I'll improve in my baby drawings, but I actually did like how this turned out. I thought it turned out cute. The reason I wanted to do this photo is because she has this little ponytail on the top of her head, and it was really humid that day, so it like curled, and I don't know how to exactly explain it. I guess you can see it in the photo. It was very, very cute. So I wanted to draw that. Overall, I don't know how much she really enjoyed the zoo. I feel like she's pretty young. She was 8 months when we went. She's pretty young to really know what's happening at the zoo, but I enjoyed taking her anyways, and it was really fun. After I finished her drawing, I decided I wanted to add these little backgrounds to the tulip and the fox just to fill in the space a little bit and add some artistic interest. And I like it. I think it turned out well. Here's the final result. I added just some little labels so that I could remember the animals and Cora's age and the date. I hope you enjoy. If you like this video, I have a playlist of Draw With Me videos that you can watch as well.